I'm going to be showing you how to use a 3-volt wafer lithium-ion battery to touch it to a capacitor. This is a 100,000 volt to 10 volt DC electrolytic capacitor. It's made by Prague. And you just briefly touch it to the contacts to charge and induce a pressure into the capacitor. Using that pressure, you can use a bifilar wound Rodin coil and oscillate the necessary electrons back and forth inside the distilled water and electrolyte. Electrolyte being a silver ion from the last batch. These are silver wire, roughly about 2.5 feet of each wire, wound into a spiral bowl-shaped pattern, and one is wound clockwise, the other one is wound counterclockwise, and using just a brief moment of 3 volts to a shorted capacitor will induce enough pressure allowing the Rodin coil to oscillate its bifilar windings and provide electrolysis for at least 10 minutes. And after that 10 minutes is up, the electrolysis will drop off, and all that is needed is to take the other bifilar winding and connect it back to the capacitor and just touch it once. That will begin another 10-minute session of electrolysis. And for some reason, I haven't been able to explain why, but that initial 3 volt provided by the wafer battery will last. Well, I've been doing this all morning for about 6 hours, so no charge on the capacitor is needed whatsoever other than the first initial strike onto the contact terminals. Now I'm going to dim the lights and hopefully show you it working. Oh, that's not going to work because, well, I'll try it. Jesus. Okay. So here we go. Here's a quick rundown of what I do. Okay, I make sure the silver wire electrodes are disconnected from the capacitor, but for convenience sake I leave one of the bifilar windings onto the negative side of the terminal. This green wire here indicates that it's a negative side of the capacitor. So here we go. We're going to short this and keep it shorted for a minute. Okay. Now after I short this, I will connect the other bifilar winding to the capacitor so that both bifilar windings are shorted to the negative side of the terminal only. Okay, so both wires shown here in red and green will go on to the negative terminal. Okay, that makes contact, and let's make contact here. And this one like so. Okay. Now that that is set up with the Rodin coil, I'm going to charge it with the wafer battery. Positive side, of course, will go to the positive terminal of the capacitor using a magnet. and the negative side, I will now strike it once on the negative terminal, charging the pressure needed in this battery, or in this capacitor. So here we go. Strike. Okay. Now I will take the positive side of the wafer battery off the positive side of the capacitor. Now, nothing is connected here with the electrolysis yet. So what I will do is then I will connect this yellow wire going to one of the silver wires of the electrolysis. And before I do that, let me turn off the lights, and I will turn the blinds off, shut the blinds so that I can get a close-up when I engage that wire, and you will see, hopefully the camera will show silver production coming off of the wire for about 10 minutes. So here I go. I'm connecting this to the capacitor now. It is connected. Now let's see if we can show some I can't see anything working. Okay, there it goes. It takes about 2 seconds and the camera is not showing it. But there is a silver ions being released from this side, which would be the negative side of the capacitor. And soon to follow, it will start dropping down into the, which it is. Damn it. The video is not showing what I want it to show. Part because of the resolution and part because of the shakiness. If I can get the angle just right, you'll see a fuzz at the top of the, or the bottom of the concave black and silver wire. And that will continue for about 10-15 minutes, and once it drops off and stops producing, I would then disconnect one of the bifilar windings only, and that disconnection starts or induces a memory back into the water saying, continue production, you know, there's something changed. So there's an oscillatory effect oscillating between these bowl-shaped silver wires and the pressure released from the Rodin coil and the capacitor as a reservoir. So unfortunately it's not showing. It's right now it's producing silver ions, and it's faint, but the video is not showing it. So I'm going to turn back on the lights, turn off the video, and explain with some light on. Hopefully making this a quick video, but as yet not having any visual proof to follow. Unfortunately, if the camera can pick that up, it's producing right now. This is really aggravating me. You can see a small strand of silver ions being released from the bottom of the black wire, and it is just not a good resolution. And I don't know how else I can do this other than using a different camera. And well, this ends the video